Obetuane brano na atumi aboa
na committee ampanyifo atie so munye nsatraye mapa
sese uko makola adwadifo na wo ho no ebinum tese ye tade se Easter ye o chena nkoane na de tiene ne dwada
National Education Coalition edi atudwa se nsatraye na ma ekuo no anasa committee
adwadifo do na so ene no mo hwehwe nkomo na ebi nso chirim se Easter ne ma ya chese
omo kebi omo mesumu exercise abanu enyi sika omo edebo school akwa ma entem empamo se ne be ya
weni se be do na ne
empara nko ekoda ko
abra ye hwe anim se ye be Easter ye ne
e de ba enwa ko bi adaroma
edi nkomo
aseda en confirm this way chocolate drink ne ohia no
se ka se nyimre ya fe ni wadu fi ya fe na nam kwa so kwa this chocolate drink ne bit me do akagina mu sanse bi dia na do no ya re do how and ever this week
na die na mu ye si kunya na se go
ye de be na ho do sanso ni su especially na water and no no be Easter ya e bo na bi akoyi e dia
me di ye boy ra ensem
abna
national coordinator oda Ghana
national MPP amanyukunu ye to aba afim pinoni adunu enan no nkugo koma MPP amanyukunu na democracy unu nyoma hihye enti empanifo aye abedoku ana owura Michael professor no no de ku na no so mohwe na de ankoyi no MPP insasa nyoma entoto se ne be ya dachi bi ekoto aba
sede be ya
ebeko ama MPP amanyukunu na professor Michael Kwene dom exercise semina edi ababeto bontin na nei omo asan edi edom nipa makomako be sonko
new curriculum for kindergarten 2019 but per assessment yeah no me say na what dream na yeah assessment of foundational learning in Ghana. You said 2019 curriculum na by enrolling up for KG no. Ye to me anya ehu academic anya effective ye to me and training teachers e work curriculum no no me to me amfa nye eduma yie. E na ye hu say basic school no so ye betisa curriculum no. Within this short time no curriculum has been changed. Yes sir ye no krampo no enkwala no books e was obudisua there according to the curriculum no. Yen to me am printed textbooks na mamofra no up till now
National Council
accepted the report to say abai sign ba besa anasa wa committee say omo mehwe
as we receive the report
curriculum
today
na
review
and the education sector budget for this year no who say abai allocate a good amount of money I am from printed textbooks that is very fine into say because textbooks no dey na year ba printing old curriculum na previous government need to be printing no and now say ye train na this committee I review no every na answer na say sanatin so within this time na committee ni be adwuma wie na dey na mofra no
report
omo be suande intin ka ye hwese ye the intervention bi ba e was say ye test ye pilot na ye hwese impact no ebeboa mofra no any education system na say anya ne sana aban bia ba na ye besisa na esa distorting kwala no teachers ne so I confused because I say every time bia na new thing aba intin ka me hwese say ye be review ni ye dia ye very broad stakeholder consultation na yen hwese ye review ade ye review no ebeboa nkwala no ebeboa the current century any akwan ye fa so ye pese ye tete ye mofra no wo school na say ye ne sanso yen hwese
not even the report
at least check for about the next 10 years na ye practice actually the impact of it on nkwala ni education system so na be abandia ba
in the media.
Onga se me wo me hihye enko me de be education we won hihye enko esa na ye education system no ekosoro na eba form na ekos sideways enye straightforward into ye best say review we be baso a consultations no enye kese pa na enye very sure say interventions na ye dey ba no ebe boa mo fan for the next 10 years into ye roll out na eko abanye hihye review no go with sikasem funding no mo hwe say any review bi ebeba no intem ho ana ni manim ha yi ano ehu academia books ni niam teacher training ni ade ni nyina ebeba ntem na etumi aye adwuma wo school na aboye education system
dasa ekui ano ede twa se obesde se abedwokuo no ensuso ye ne adwenkyere bi o
ma me benisimpre ese gina so de to abianim se capitation grant abanhwe hu so betwa ne bra no na entimi na school sahodo o monto to
ebetimi aboa na
ban waya de capitation grant no waba betum per dedication budget na e ban ne analysis na e ban waya de by yesterday say base grant no eba to cushion the school ebe kwa capitation grant no embai into the capitation grant no be ye adwuma de na ye bestre aban say oma enko in term every time be capitation grant no enko afi so ye nyina ye nye analysis of writing exams at the end of the month or the term in the schools na ye who say how much of capitation grant no and e be hia ye de betro exam se be so ana ensu de ya na ye be stress ye be hwe kwan a ye betua examination fees no e wo school no se na be ya teachers no ana heads no omun jiska mfi awofo ho na omun fanchro exams no intemra omama kwan mi gidi se ebia ensa no be bie no na second tranche of capitation grant no metumi atua across all the school na ama heads na tumi manage schools ni na afi no in the course no before next term no so ebe end no na aban enye hwehwemu GS na omu sikadodo a ye hia ye de betro exams at the end of the term no na omu ni schools ne heads no ending percent enwe kwan omu be fa so omu betua na ya gisike bi emfi awofo na ehu se ye basic education no it is actually free for into Escabia. Apart from term exams, na mofanicho school. Yeah, BC exams registration because he himself aban etua waya keka so munye exams no ema mofra no. Inti edu hona eni hu kwan se teachers no so take advantage. No mu jiska bebre efi mofra no ho ana awofo no ho. Yeda abaya we ase ene honorable minister Haruna say PTA no wabehye mukina nti ebe stress PTA no ebe ye strong e wo schools ni nyina na ansa na sike bia betu na che se PTA mpanifo age atom se yentua sa sika no ana ye monitoring system no so e wo se etumi strong na ye di schools na chi ye monitor sisos no omohwe se schools no any heads teachers no muntumi nji sike bia mfi emofa no emro omokocho exams teacher ne form 3 for no omokocho BC Jidi say nisa ebeboy for about the next 10 years na ye practice actually the impact of it on colonial education system so na be aban bia
ekodi nkomo yenim se
isa no me wo me hye me de be education
na eno na wo esa
education system no ekosoro na eba form na ekos sideways enye straightforward
and am so amanoma bo ayedin
se review we be baso a
de bo ayedin
consultations no enye kese pa na enye very short interventions na ye de ba no
enkura ede abakromu aba me ya to
roll out na
ebi kire se eye ebi so kire se
review no go with sikasem
Yamisi anka no kure.
No hwe se ene
review na sisa
intem ho na ni meni na ya
Ejano kwa so o ya ba ho se tetewo se obi gina obi anim a wo be ani e de to so mienu ese nsuo ne nto mimi se fruit na meton tese nya nsuo na tonte nya adoa enkuruma bibia bo ya
tonto so akọ
wo na ye ton ni
aban e wo sika
o yentimi eno se ni board ni ti e ba so a o mu ntimi ton papa nso nyame ka hu ni ti
na ewura
esa na ye kwa de nyankopɔ bɔ ho esa na betu ye ti wa ba wa so be di so di wanyansem na so na kura na nyankopɔ ma fi sese esa sam betu
ejoma ye butu but niama boye din niama boye din no sometimes obeba no budget aware no it might exceed it's not how so to take niama so sound to me nya baby biara ejoma ye butu die but niama boye e din sometimes on ko fa niama ne ba prices na doso cabbage am to so ko fa niama 100 into number 40 cedis it's no 40 cedis maybe I'm always with them 35 but also that been make for no aban invest oh e care ni na na se na be je form no so no am ko fa be yefo se na be yefo se ba e betimi anya bia
Easter we dey mo so my me hu ni ye kura me tere aka emi bi atwam aka kwawo afia ya tere wo kuro Easter we dey mo so my
say dey yes rawade ni nkwa me onyame ma ye nkwa tintin ahodin eni sika dey ne nyamom na so ye che wote fie ningi na ye nyame asem nyame na hwe nipa na nya nipa na hwe nipa ti ye de ye hutu nyame so anyame be ye say dey ne ka ne se omo ko Easter no mo hwe omo hu ye yes ye bi mo ko Easter mo ko ye ne ma enye sister Easter no aye ko no so yare bebre wo yes ye de ye nkobi ya bro ye nkobi na maba wa na omo ko no ne so mo hwe omo ye se de be ya asem bi ankoto bia no mo fa ha bra mo busuafo se sika ni ho enti omo ko no jojo no mo bra no jojo
apart from timely exams na mo fa no through school no
abosu go feel limited in me kwa uto fuma gudie
because he dem say aban de atuga say jumaku afia mu omutumi kata lunches omuto fuma gudie eni hu kwan say teachers no so take advantage no which is kabebre efi mo fra no
nam so ma jumaku wudi and African Center for Energy Policy urabe
honorable minister Haruna say
PTA no wabehye na woje jumaku tumi kata
PTA no ebe strong our schools nyina na ansa na sikebia bitu na chese PTA
2025 statement from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources indicated that the company had stopped active mining and was merely processing stockpiles. However, they do not prove how processing stockpiles breaches the mining lease or the law, particularly when there are remedies in law for the suspension and discontinuation of a mining operation. Stockpiles are materials already mined and stored for future processing. Depending on the grade of the stockpile, the economics of the project may define when a particular grade is processed. The production of 135,000 ounces of gold from these stockpiles in 2024 underscores the value and the relevance of the stockpile to the mine's output. The company has indicated that they communicated and obtained approval from the commission to process the stockpile. The minister ought to verify this claim with the commission in alignment with provisions in the law before drawing conclusions. The minister says there was failure to declare mineral reserves. While there is no basis in law for the suspension and discontinuation, not exploring for 2 years out of 30 years of operations, stockpiles is a basis of invalidating all the existing reserve data that shows mineable and contingent resources. The company indicates that it has conducted exploration and pre-feasibility studies and submitted technical reports indicating mineable resources with an 8-year production outlook. In 2024 underscores the value. These claims deserve independent verification rather than dismissal. If the basis of the termination has been communicated by government and obtained approval is on account of no reserves to process the in the mine, the minister and the states assume that indeed there are no reserves in alignment with provisions in the law, then it is confusing why the state is so eager to assume the risk mineral reserves of operating a mine that has no reserves. There is no basis in agrees that Ghana deserves to benefit not exploring for from its mining mineral resources. However, it's a basis of invalidating any stakeholder truly aligned that shows with its national resources must be transparent and factual. That it has in demonstrating how their decision maximizes public benefit and submitted technical reports. The government's approach to this matter with an 8-year production should reflect diligence, legal compliance, deserve independent and a genuine commitment rather than to long-term mineral wealth of the termination of our country has been communicated by government. A rash and disputed decision no not only risks in international litigation, assume that reputational damage, there are no reserves, but also undermines investor confidence. Then it is confusing why the state is so eager to assume the risk of operating a mine that has no reserves. ASEP agrees that Ghana deserves to benefit fully from its mineral resources. However, any stakeholder fully aligned with this national goal must be transparent and factual in demonstrating how their decision maximizes public benefits. The government's approach to this matter should reflect diligence, legal compliance, and a genuine commitment to long-term mineral wealth of our country. A rash and disputed decision not only risks international litigation and reputational damage, but also undermines investor confidence and the rule of law.
I'm not going to create an opium and quadra so a job for a frozen quadra so wood village now. A jato onoma, or moja padin na. A she, a jato sa quadra so a year wood village, a yahoo, Bako, a buy and chakra, and never swimming, a jabako sa a better onoma. Additional more than watch room. Nenu energy for be a casse, almost to say, as a mum for a jam, almost in a we are the Guam, we and Rasha began your quadra so when you call Professor Kinsey. Obepie mo honoma ochichi omo ya omo omo sika 10,000 Ghana cedis no omo nya emwa bia eno no omo susu se omo so ye Ghana fo omo niema sei omo japade asei omo sika sei amamfo etwa omo ni enhwe
for general education native na haso enyina sa hie na no kwase ya hwere niema wo hapo sika asewa habo enzo nechi yumuse bullet eshi kantamanto shei benifo akohuna nenso yekase kwada so good market ifen bola kesimu benifo nsheda ntwomuni enhwe ha ewie MP onabo kisinyako na oba eni abawo twitwe nkomo demo mse abampen fo kabo mababa resedi umko bullet ya omoye umko kantamanto omoye ya di hwibuada bia ema mehe nenso yakaniema asewa ha enya semketwa enti ya fasa kwanya usula sre aban eni omo mkabi omo se omo chomo mehe kwada so bola kisi na umma meboy na ye tutu kai ye nsem so de nyen bi mu aka wo bullet na mo boa wo ya mo asa no yesra mo so manya ye mo asa ya MP cancel nya ba ha ba my chance 10 package ana ya brother mi ama so ba ha o mama 10,000 Ghana cedis ana no achi no Vincent on so kwara so ni on so ba ha ba my cement 50 bucks apart from you who man pay for bia and you will be out in where we are no question sa to see you any council na kwa meeting na before ni na beba ha then you who every bia at so bo wa kwara so tima market fra bola kese mu it just ban say any mpanyfo any do wa can be who said kwara so yamwa said you ma gba for you so yamwa
ahai abwa enipa bebre has many nyina bonyenyi sense ha ana dodo na afọ manu oduane apart from say yen abobo structures wa ha no bebre fi aha no mbato ade enyo manu oduane sabe nyema nyina e basa mpo ebra so say watete apata na mayen say wose yebo nenso so anam say nyema mo odinti ye de na deda da ho a inso tata so yen sika kwa na ye de akobo tie sre adonfo say ommra ye moa sense nye tituwetu yensemu a yentimi nkwa animu ti we de adesrede na ede to union mani no
atemnesi time I fit edura na ye almost 11 o'clock anajo ye ba ye nya hwe ye nya bia nse se de jeri city wuntumi kura nko cloud kakra na nko fokra dum yi ye nso omu ye wuni ye se ye ntumi ye containers ye ba ye tete ho sa emwa bia enfi da bia tie sa ban na daro one ne mpanyifo omu ye nso mobo onfa na ni mehwe mase kwada so tima market bogala kesiem o meboa ye sisi eni momo ye di ye nya sika kura nwe ye ma nyina ne gu wono mo no
na ye free to do no ye call makola anywhere the phone so di nkomo man sem say
ya me say anka tikure ade to na sisa e to no kwa so o ya ba wo se tete wo se wo bi jino bi anima wo be mu ade de to so mienu e se nsuo ne nto mimi se fruit na meton tese ama nya nso na tonte nya adoa enkuruma bibia boya den sanuama na yeton no nyina efuom ade de sese de yentimi nton enam se ne board den nti de banso a omuntimi nton ne papa nso nyame ka ehun nti enye de ya sekwa ya no esa na yekwa kwode nyankopɔ boya ho ba esa na abeto ye ti wa ba wadwe se obedi ista no di wanyansem na sonson na kurakura ho na nyankopɔ ma afise sebre ista san beto
ejoma ye butubutu but niama boy den no sometimes obeba no so budget awaye no it might exceed it's na house so to take niama so esa want to menya bibi biara open ejoma ye butubutu de but niama boy de den pa sometimes some kofa niama ne ba prices na edoso cabbage am to so kofa ne miensa 100 inside my back 40 cedis into the 40 cedis maybe I'm coming to me that me 35 but also that been to nekra for no aban invest e ekua anim na yan se na be the former no so no am ko fa be yefo se na be yan se ba e betimi anya biata
Easter we dey mo so my me hu ni ye kura me tere aka emri bi atwam aka kwawo afie yan tere wo krum it is the way they are so my
say dear yes rade ne nkwa na o nyame ma ye nkwa tintin ahoden ani sika twede ne nyamum na so ye che wotifie ne ngina ye nyame asem nyame na hwe nipa na nya nipa na hwe nipa ti ye de ye hoto nyame so anyame beye say dear ne ya ka ne se omo ko Easter no mo hwe omo hu yie yes e bi no ko Easter mo ko ye ne ma enye se stay Easter no ye ko no so no yare bebre wo mu yes e de ye nkobi ya bruwa ye nkobi na maba wa na omukọ no enu ani se omehwe omuye se de be ya asembia nkoto obia no mo fa ha ombra wa mubusuafo se sika ni ho enti omunko no jojo no mumbra no jojo
Abusuafo ye bejina ha ne ahome kase ebono so ye ba ye de nkomo twetwe betoa so ede amamo eye abedwoku a omote ye wo NPP amanyoku mu se omunye nhwehwemu emfa de koba ye ntia afi etwa mu aba ye to ye NPP etimi di sa enkuguo no omo ayo mu nhwehwemu ama ho report no omadan ne de ye kwaba na ye de ho nkomo